There's a difference between growing up and maturing. Growing up happens naturally over time. You grow up when life teaches you things you don't want to talk about. In the next few minutes, we're going to talk about 11 of those truths. These lessons are hard, but they can change who we are the most. Once you understand these insights, they completely change the way you see the world. Don't skip ahead. The last few lessons are the hardest to hear, but the most important to understand. Lesson 1. Life is unfair. The first truth that needs to be said is simple but liberating. Life is not fair. It never has been, and it never will be. Some people are born with advantages that you will never have. Others face challenges that you can't even imagine. When you stop expecting the world to be fair, something interesting happens. Stop wasting energy on complaints and use that energy to make the changes you can realistically achieve. It's important to understand that accepting this reality is not giving up. In fact, it's the first step toward true freedom. Because once you let go of the illusion that life owes you something, you take full ownership of your choices, your actions, and your future. And that's where real freedom begins. Lesson 2. Have the courage to be a beginner. If you only do the things you're good at, you're missing out on a lot of opportunities. If you're not good at something new, it's not a bad thing. It's a sign of courage. Every expert was a beginner at some point. Every master was once an apprentice who was confused. The difference was not in natural talent, but in the willingness to be vulnerable enough to start from scratch, to stumble, to learn. Think about the times you didn't try something new because you were afraid of not being good at it right away. How many chances to grow did you miss out on because you didn't accept that you might be temporarily unable to do something? You don't have to be good at everything you do. Sometimes it's good to not be good at something because it makes you happy or because it makes you curious. It's better to try and fail than never to try at all. Lesson 3. Being busy isn't being productive. These days, being busy has become a badge of honor. But there's a big difference between movement and progress. It's easy to fill your day with tasks that make you feel important, but don't actually get you anywhere. The real challenge is identifying which actions are important and will help you become the person you want to be. Sometimes, doing less is the best way to get more done. True productivity isn't measured by the number of tasks completed, but by the significance of the results you create. Lesson 4. Critics never tried. Have you ever noticed that people who have never tried something are the first to criticize those who are trying? It's an interesting aspect of human nature. People who have never played the game are the ones who have the strongest opinions about how it should be played. When you understand this, criticism won't bother you as much. Don't ignore all feedback, but learn to tell the difference between helpful comments from people who understand your situation and unhelpful comments from people who are just criticizing. Lesson 5. No one owes you an opportunity. You may be talented. You may be a hard worker. You may have all the qualifications in the world, but that doesn't mean doors will magically open for you. It's hard to accept this, especially when we see others who seem to have it easier. But understanding this changes everything. When you stop waiting for others to recognize your value, you start creating opportunities instead of just waiting for them. The idea of a perfect meritocracy is false. The real world is made up of connections, timing, luck, and merit. When you accept this, you can focus on what you can control. You can focus on your effort, your persistence, and your ability to adapt. Lesson 6. Understand what true freedom is. Speaking of freedom, we need to talk about what it really means. It's not about having enough money to buy anything. True freedom is having the freedom to choose how you spend your time. Think about it for a moment. Time is the only resource you can never get back. Every minute is a special chance to be present, to create something meaningful, and to connect with the people you love. Real freedom comes when you realize that having control over your time is your most precious asset. Lesson 7. Money isn't everything. Everyone in their 20s dreams of being a millionaire. Every millionaire wishes they could be 20 again. This irony teaches us a lot about values and perspective. Money is an important tool. It can provide security, comfort, and opportunities. But it can also become a prison when you confuse having it with being happy. The most precious things in life have no market price. Have you ever thought about how some of your best memories are the ones that didn't cost anything? Real wealth often comes from recognizing the value of what you have. The richest life is built quietly, far from applause. It grows in the way you treat people, in the way you treat yourself, and in the way you face the days no one is watching. Lesson 8. Think one step at a time. When you look at a mountain you need to climb, it's normal to feel overwhelmed. The distance to the top seems too far, and the path seems too long. But here's a secret that not many people know. You don't have to see the whole thing to take the first step. Every meaningful journey starts with a small step, followed by another, and then another. The mountain doesn't change, but your relationship with it does. When you focus only on the next step, your relationship with the mountain changes completely. The mountain doesn't change, but your perspective does. What once felt impossible becomes manageable when you only focus on what's in front of you. Lesson 9. You can't control people's loyalty. The only loyalty you can really count on is the one you have to your own values and commitments. People change, circumstances change, and so do priorities. You shouldn't suffer over what you can't control. And other people's loyalty is one of those things. When you let go of the need to control how others behave toward you, you free yourself to focus on what you can control, your own actions and integrity. True relationships are based on acceptance, not on expecting perfection from others. Lesson 10. Success and failure are temporary. Don't get too attached to success or failure. Both are temporary states that are part of a much larger experience. Success can make you too proud. You might think you've reached your final destination. When you fail, you might start to doubt yourself and forget all the times you've overcome challenges in the past. It's important to remember, success and failure are just moments passing through. What lasts is the strength you build in facing both. Lesson 11. Balance isn't the end goal. We often hear that balance is important, as if it were a fixed state that we should try to achieve and maintain. But life is movement. It is constant change. Instead of trying to find perfect balance, try to have experiences that will make your life better. Sometimes that means working really hard on a project. Other times, it means slowing down completely. True balance means being able to deal with what's going on in the present. These 11 lessons are not rules to be followed without thinking. They are invitations to reflect, seeds for you to plant on your own journey of self-discovery. Life will continue to teach you, often through experiences you would rather avoid. But it is precisely in this process that you become who you are meant to be. Life will bring those moments to you, sometimes gently, sometimes without warning. And when they arrive, you will face them, you will endure them, and, in time, you will understand what they came to teach you.